Oh, I was gonna say, Ian, I did enjoy your bit as Richter as the trucker.
Oh, thank you.
And as a child myself,
Of the CB
era, did take the CB language book from the library.
Nice.
And learned all of it.
Uh-oh.
And then my father had a CB in one of his vehicles. I was maybe 10. Yeah, no, 10, 11 tops. And I would wait for him to go to sleep at night. And then I would sneak down into his car and talk to all the truckers going on the Highway 400 up Toronto, man. My handle was Big Bird.
Really?
I was Big Bird. 10-100, good buddies, how's it going out there?
That is rad.
So when you said reefer, I was like, I know what that is. And everybody else was like, you know,
Did he make a weed
like,
joke?
do you not know what that is?
Yeah.
So you didn't see, but I was actually in, because you couldn't.
Oh, yeah. No,
But I was in the chat throwing 10s at you.
Oh, that's great.
Just to show that I was speaking your talk, man.
Thank you.
I was speaking your talk, I got it. All of it.
Wow.
Were you speaking your talk? Like, were you actually doing real CB or?
I did research.
You did actually
Yes,
research
yes,
for your
yes,
part?
yes. He was doing real ones, so I was typing in real ones.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like I feel
Dropping real knowledge.
I feel like you could get away with doing fake, and I couldn't tell the difference.
Yep.
No, that's what I was
just prepared
enjoying
to
it.
believe you regardless.
No, we tell a lot of lies.
So
on
pregnant roller skate, does anybody know what a pregnant roller skate is?
Yeah.
They figured that one out right away?
Ian's just like, I
No,
love it.
no one's figured that out.
Because I typed it in right away and nobody picked it up.
Yep, it's a
So a pregnant roller skate is
Volkswagen Beetle.
a Volkswagen Beetle. That's what it is. A trucker talk.
All right.
If
Oh,
I'm-
this is just weird little codes for different cars?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's
Huh.
a ton of them.
Yeah.
Wait, is this like Cockney or whatever?
No, it's trucker, man.
But like an incoherent
There's a
dialogue,
whole book
impenetrable,
on tens.
except for people who are already in there. How does one learn
10-4,
trucker?
good buddy.
What?
You-
I mean, radio thing is the thing.
Use your dad's CB when he's sleeping, and you kill the battery, and then you pull the light switch on before you go to bed so that he gets up in the morning and curses that he left his goddamn lights on again and has to swap the battery for the spare battery before he can go to work. You don't really understand that part, but you never get busted for talking on the CB all night.
Huh.
Yeah, Big Bird, that was my handle.
There's
So I
no-
was in Ontario, and there's a big highway, Highway 400, that blasts you north out of Toronto, that gets you headed up and across Canada. And so it's a multi-lane, big highway with we were in a little town near enough to it that I picked up real clear CBC.
How
CB
old
signal.
were you when you were doing this though? Like people didn't clue in that there was potentially like a pubescent aged lady on the other side?
Oh no, because I played the voices, right? I had the, you don't talk trucker with a little kid voice.
So you'd be like,
Yeah, hey, this is Big Bird. How's it going out there, boys? How's your night?
So will you pretend that you were also in a truck?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I just passed.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I had a whole little, yeah. It was a great adventure for me.
Holy moly.
Holy, what? 7507? Shift total?
Things are just
Whoa!
smoking along.
How
People
does
really want that aperture science
Yeah.
case.
Well,
As well they should.
I don't blame you.
Actually, I saw a couple questions about that, if I may really quickly.
Yeah.
So, some people asked, what is actually included in this, hardware-wise inside? Then it's important to note that it is just the case. There are 3 case fans, 2 on the front, 1 on the back, and there's a small power supply specifically for the in-case lights, but there is no dedicated power supply. There's no other hardware inside of this. So if you see a cable coming out of the back, this is just for the lights. There's no power supply inside of it right now. So you are getting the case. If you want to make it your home computer, you'll have to provide the internals yourself.
I'm just surprised that nobody else played with CB as a kid. Is that because I'm old, Ian? Is that because of this? Is it because
I think
of this?
it might be. Our
I
family
mean, I'm
had-
okay with this, but that's the why,
Our
right?
family had a CB radio, and we were right on the tail end. We never actually ran into anyone on the
Because you
highway.
could go to the private channel and have a private.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go over to channel 41. We'll have a private talk. You know.
Was it Channel 13 was the primary one where everyone just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and 19
Oh.
was like traffic updates. That's where you could go to get like if there was a traffic accident or whatever.
Channel 9 was the emergency channel.
9 was the emergency channel. So you could kind of goof around on 19 and say, "Oh, I think I just saw a four-wheeler flip up there, man."
Yeah, but there was people actually respecting the emergencies.
So the coded language, was that just like for fun? Like, was there? I mean, like, because there's some things like cops are coming or whatever that you don't want to be, you don't want to like say it
Oh yeah, so
out loud.
Richter up in his Sky Donut, I believe.
But like for the rest of the stuff, is that just to be because you get bored and come up with little like the sort of little slang terms? Because in a lot of the cases,
No,
it's not
I
even
think
like,
it was kind of a offset of ham radio code.
I would guess, yeah, as much as I researched the actual words I was saying, the reason for the words, that remains a
I
mystery.
think it was to make it really simple. 'Cause
origin.
It was only like 100 of them, and it was always 10 something, 10-4, 10-7, 10-100, whatever. Right? Was 10-100 was a P break, in case you guys didn't know that.
Yeah, I love the idea. Where did this come from? It's just like, Ian, stop trying to make fetch happen. You're like, there's got to have been so many terms that people tried to make happen. Like, no, that's dumb.
Is fetch back in the meta?
I mean, these days I have occasionally used like HTTP codes to reference real world things.
I mean, famously, I used them as a improv troupe name.
I gotta
Well,
say,
yeah.
DB7 is when I learned IRL. And
Ah.
that was like a mind blower for me.
Which
It's
is-
like, what do you do IRL? I'm like, what?
Which is amazing because you've been living there your whole life.
I've been living there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well, I just love the
In
idea.
real life. I'm
Yeah.
like, are you... Oh,
Well, it
is
just
that what
shows-
that means?
Yeah. It shows that people have spent so much time in a digital place that you need to specify. In particular, if you have a persona, if there's something else you're
Oh,
doing.
totally. But it was just like...
Like you should say IRL
Conceptually
search.
for me.
Totally different from this persona that I put on here. Ian is actually Spanish. It's amazing that his English comes out without an accent at all.
Okay.
Apparently there was a truck
Meat
backing
space.
up outdoors, backing up outside.
Yes.
Sorry.
That
for the
beeping was
beeping.
not me. This beeping is me.
But the big trucks do have those beepers.
452.
Ooh.